Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I have wanted to look at this knife for so long for a couple of reasons. One, mainly, it was just kind of hard to get my hands on, but thanks to e-knives, I have a loaner here. It'll go back to them as soon as I'm done. But I've got a loaner here of a knife that I've really wanted to check out. I also could not decide if personally I wanted to buy this for myself because it's a bit odd, but it is so cool, and I'm a bit late to the game on it, but I wanted to share this with you guys. You can check this knife out at eKnives. I'll link it down in the description. It does help my channel and use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? The GTR, apparently with a zirconium inlay. Did I know that? I honestly can't remember. Number 140 of 140. Apparently this is the the very last one. It's got an interesting element that if your knife collection looks a lot like mine, you might find this particularly interesting. Oh my gosh, so strange, so strange. We can see right there, this is an integral. I love integrals, and in particular, I love Reate integrals because they're always just wild. They're far more interesting than your standard, one-piece titanium frame, which is what this is. It's not, you can see here the entire frame was milled from a single piece of titanium. What makes this one really interesting is obviously all of the crazy ventilation, I guess. I mean, you might be wondering, like, what is the purpose of that? Yeah, it does lighten it up a little bit. I mean, if that was their goal, it was an interesting way to create a full-size integral that's not insanely heavy. I mean, that is one of those things that integrals suffer from, is weight in the back end. But look how they did this. What companies choose to do with the spine of an integral is so fascinating. I left my design completely blank, but sometimes, we see cool texturing back here, like with the Reate Jack 1 and 1.5. Or all of even the Jack 2, right? They always do something interesting with the spine, but I've never quite seen their like diagonal chops into the back of the integral frame here. Very cool. Like, I mean, kind of a basic clip, but it's stylized right along with the knife. Look at this area here behind the relief cut. Just a big chunk cut out, and then there's I guess this would be the over travel. Right? Yeah, it's like a zirconium, a separate piece of zirconium. Same with the front side. This is just for styling, right? And then we have a huge pivot collar with a nice anodized ring around it. So bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Let's go ahead and flip it. And it flips exactly as I expected. I knew that Reate wouldn't let me down on the flipping action. That feels so good. Didn't realize that these were external stops, not studs. Definitely not intended to be used to deploy. How do I know? Number one, the positioning, and number two, the lack of texturing. I mean, it's just a hard, like 90 degrees there, which is fine. Can you access this? Yes, you can. You have to dig at it a little bit. Forward choil, little harpoon notch there. Access to the lock bar is okay. It's not sharp. That's good. They didn't cut it out in the front to give you additional access here. I wish they had, but not that big of a deal. No double clutch. Beautiful. Beautiful action. I'm realizing it's pretty hard to accidentally put your finger on the lock bar. I'm kind of like right here on top of this. Gives you a little bit more room to kind of rest your finger there and then still deploy it without putting extra pressure on it. I really like this. This is extremely cool. Now, this is expensive. Integral knives are definitely more expensive to create versus the exact same thing, but a two-piece construction with a backspacer or standoffs. Milling a single block of titanium is definitely going to be more expensive. It's also more risky. I always talk about this. So if you go and look at the price, oh my gosh, Reate knives in particular are going to be a little bit more expensive. They tend to do a little bit better job in terms of execution. Used to be that they were the absolute kings and nobody could touch them. Nowadays, we do have other companies that are getting up there, sometimes matching them. But Reate is still the most consistently perfect when it comes to precision machining. Absolutely. But really, really a great example. And, you know, the aesthetic here, and I'm still not sure, like the knife itself is cool and it's super high quality. Unbelievable. It's one of those knives where you look at it and you're like, I could kind of imagine it's a Reate. Like if you've handled a bunch of Reates, you can kind of imagine like what it's going to feel like. But it still is even better than I thought it was going to be. It's also a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is also something that puts a big smile on my face. Whenever a knife is larger than I thought it would be, it's something that I personally enjoy. So the overall length here, wow, 8.75 inches with a 3.85 inch blade, 3.5 inches or so of cutting edge. Very Shirogorov-y ratios. Not a Shirogorov aesthetic, but if you were to, you know, take away all the vents and the holes and things, your blade to handle ratio is very, very similar to what we typically see from Shirogorov. Completely and totally fall shut action. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this is super nice. The weird milling, I mean, look at how deep that is. That's wild. The weird milling and the little vents are definitely going to turn some people off. I kind of wish Reate would do another version of this with different milling to sell alongside this. I think it'd be really cool if they took like this idea and made it the entire, like maybe keep this, just make this larger and sort of make it the entire frame. It's some of this, it almost looks like a piece of material where the machinist was like practicing different. He's like, we'll do a couple of these here. We'll do this. We'll make this and do some of these on the back. You know, like he couldn't figure out which one he wanted to do, so he just did them all. Really interesting. I'm not sure if it makes me think of an aircraft or, you know, like an exotic car where they have like the odd scoops and vents and things kind of all over the place. So I wonder what, I mean, it's called the GTR. Is it inspired by the Nissan GTR? Is there some specific generation of the Nissan GTR that inspired this knife? I mean, it kind of does make me think, you know, was it Need for Speed Underground 2 for PlayStation 2 where the Nissan GTR was like one of the best cars? It kind of does make me think of that, you know, OG, Fast and Furious. Like that was, that it kind of makes me think of that, right? So I'm not sure if it was inspired directly by that or if it's just an accident or it's just my subconscious kind of putting that together there. But the quality of this knife is absolutely outstanding. This is super, super nice. Still not sure how I personally feel about this. You know, it's subjective, whether or not it looks good. You guys can tell me what you think. I want to weigh it real quick. Doesn't feel nearly as heavy as what I would expect an integral of this size to weigh, but I bet it's still over 5 ounces. Yes, 5.5 ounces. Not terrible. Not terrible. If they did not have this milling here, I would suspect it would weigh over 6. But very, very cool. Okay, so I'm going to spend some time with this knife. After a few weeks, you will get a full comprehensive review. And then, like I said, it's going to go back to eKnives. So anyways, check out eKnives. I'll have this linked down in the description. I think there's a couple different variations of it still available on eKnives. That's going to be it today for me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.